correct. First, in regards to the blade was legal. It was prohibited by the school, prohibited, but it is legal. So the issue in and of itself is not the blade. It's exactly from what Attorney Calvin is alluding to, what he's stating is the utility, how it was used, the function. That is problem number one. So him having it, like the existence of the blade, that's not the problem. It's how it was used. That's the issue number one. Number two, what Attorney Calvin is stating in regards to self defense is absolutely fantastic. And this is something I think a lot of us, um, we clearly did not touch on. And just seeing Attorney Calvin here reflects the importance of having Black attorneys. And I don't want to go too down the rabbit hole, but when you
You're cutting out a little bit. All right, Calvin, you want to go in?
Yeah, can I say this to everybody who disagrees with me tonight?
was
Yeah, go ahead. Keep saying what you're saying. I can hear you
excuse
again. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't want to. What I said, if I may repeat myself, Attorney Calvin, the
Go ahead.
importance of having Black attorneys, someone who's going to understand the experience and just our position when it comes, our position before the law. Everyone has a very different, unique experience. Not saying that Carmelo's attorney was against him, but just hearing from what many of you are saying, especially the past few days, it doesn't appear that he was 100% giving Carmelo. As many of you have said, he's a teenager. His family, they're not attorneys. They're not even from Texas. They don't have any connection into this particular court system, like the Collin County DA, Dallas County DA. His family doesn't know. They're from Louisiana. Not having your people to be on your side and give feedback that could be to your benefit. So it does appear that Carmelo and his family just not have may not have been given feedback that really would have been to Carmelo's benefit. Because just hearing Attorney Calvin right now, Attorney Calvin is making it very clear, which many of these YouTube attorneys are not making it clear, is the disproportionate factor. You have to explain why you are responding to a push with, with a deadly weapon. Let's be honest here. He did stab him. So everything Attorney Calvin, it really touches on not just the testimony, but also Carmelo's state of mind at that particular moment in time. That's what we need to understand. And that kind of goes back to what you're saying, Attorney Calvin, the importance of testifying on your own behalf. Even though, just like you said correctly, Attorney Calvin, it is our constitutional right to not, we don't have to testify because the burden of proof lies in the prosecution. I don't have to prove anything. It's your business. But what you're saying, Attorney Calvin, it really, really hones and it makes so much sense. And it just reminds me of why we do need more Black attorneys because from what I heard, two Black attorneys turned this down. And the attorney Carmelo had, Attorney Calvin, is actually a teacher at the law school in Dallas. So he didn't have someone who wasn't familiar with criminal defense, but it just doesn't sound like he had someone who really, really was on his side and his family's side. I'll go on mute. And Attorney Calvin, thank you for coming on this panel. It's really great to hear your measured feedback and responses.
And can I break this down for everybody so that everybody understands kind of where I'm going with my self-defense situation and my proportionality argument. If you came into my office and you consulted with me and you paid me a consulting fee and we start talking about what happened that night, I would set you down and pretty quick probably come to the conclusion that if you responded to an alleged push with a stab into the heart and proportionality was going to be the issue that we were going to have, that if you were not receptive to what I was telling you, I would tell you that I'm not the lawyer for you and you should find someone else. The reason why I would probably do that is because sometimes people want to argue their feelings with me. I don't care about how you feel about it. I'm not going to change what I'm telling you. I think people need to understand that. If I change what I'm telling you, I'm doing a disservice to you. I have to tell you that we have to deal with proportionality. I'm okay with the fact that you said, you know what? I stabbed him in the chest with a knife when he pushed me. I'm going to be like, why'd you do that? You better tell me, you better have a good reason. You may have a good reason. You very well have a good reason. You may have a reason of, hey, he ran over. He's a linebacker. He 200 some pounds. He tackled me. I was still sitting down. You may tell me that, and I'm like, okay, I can run with that. I can do that. We can ride with that. But you can't come in telling me all of the other stuff they were talking, them young ladies were talking about earlier. Okay, it's fine. But what we gonna do about this push and this stab? Because at the end of the day, all that's fine and dandy. But I need to deal with this push and this stab. What are we doing about that? Because if we don't do something about that, we're not going anywhere with this. Because I'm very direct. It's okay to disagree with me. You have a right to. But I'm not going to change what I tell you because this is what I do every day, all day. And if you think that I'm going to change the way I'm thinking about it, no, it's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to tell you what it is. I'm supposed to tell you what your blind spots are. That's what you pay me to do. You don't pay me to agree with you. You don't pay me to make you feel good. You paid me to tell you where your blind spots are. You paid me to tell you, hey, what's my best way to get myself up out of here or to get the least amount of time or for me to land soft. And I'm not doing that by agreeing with you and making you feel good. Just because you got all hot and bothered and you feel a particular way and you got your feelings about something. No. How are we going to deal with this proportionality? And you may have a very good reason, a good way to deal with it. But that may require you to testify. I need you to get up on that stand and tell them folk why you did what you did. And I tell people all the time, you may not like it, but I'm not changing what I'm telling you. That's going to stay consistent. If you don't like it, you get to do it your way. But if you do it your way and you don't listen to me and it doesn't work, don't get mad at me after it didn't go right. That's just kind of
May
how it
I
is.
ask Attorney Calvin a question? May I?
Yes.
We have to let Tulsa
Of
go,
course.
Matthew, and
Yes,
then
sir.
go back to
Oh
my
no, I
previous
can
thought.
wait. I'm still over here pondering my question.
All
Okay.
right.
Pondering.
So
Yeah.
Matthew, and then Mama flips, and then we go around. So Matthew, go ahead.
All right, Attorney Calvin.
Yes,
We
sir.
understand what you're saying, but we feel like hearing you tonight that you would have handled this case way different than what Mello attorney has done. And he's supposed to be a top lawyer in the area. Being Mello family is from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, not from that area. Like you say, all judges and lawyers know each other in these areas. Do you think that, hey, he did one of the old fixes? Hey, let me get this one. I'll do you a favor on the next one. Because
I,
lawyers
I,
do
I,
that.
but this is the other part of it too as well. I always preface this by saying this because, like I told Mel, I had a case last year. Well, literally, I had to stand up there and literally get my ass kicked because my client had some issues that I couldn't tell anybody about. But I couldn't ask questions. I couldn't put them on the stand because they had some issues. And I hated it because I couldn't put them out there. And so I don't know if that's the case because in Texas, I don't get to see the discovery and I don't get to see all of the stuff. Sometimes there's that 5 or 10% I don't know that I don't know. So I just don't know. And then them being from Louisiana and coming to Texas and trying to pick a lawyer, I always tell people one thing that people are not focusing on. And then we have not talked about this one thing tonight. Louisiana is the one jurisdiction that uses codes as opposed to um, statutes. Every other state in the United States uses statutes.
The Napoleonic
Louisiana
period.
uses French codes.
The
So it's a
Napoleonic
different
period.
law system than the rest of the entire country.
Correct.
And then them
And
not knowing Texas law, knowing who to trust, I think maybe they didn't pick the right people to take advice from, and they didn't know the lay of the land, and I think that caused them a problem. And Mel, I think my iPad's about to die.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Calvin, for
thank
everything
you.
tonight. I just wanted to, before you go,
Wait a minute.
let's let what's
I'm
her
here to get her
name?
question.
Okay.
Question.
Let
Okay.
her last question.
Do you have a question for Calvin? Because
Yes, for
oh,
both of you
okay.
guys,
Okay.
please. If you hear a lot of noise in the house, y'all gonna hear later. There's celebration.
I know. I'm happy too.
Okay, good. I just want.
I'm a Brunson guy. I'm a Brunson guy.
That's why I'm jumping up and down. So this is a serious conversation, but I'm telling you, that's why I'm happy. Listen, Mel and Calvin, please. There was a super chat. We have to address things that are lies on our live, right? There was a super chat in which somebody called Mel a liar and said that it was not a multi-purpose tool. It was a knife. Mel, please explain without an ambiguity that you were there and what did you see? Please. I don't like people lying on you. We need to address these things. Please tell them what you saw as far as what was at the courthouse. Thank you.
All right. So it was a multi-purpose tool, but the knife was the knife. And I'm going to show you what it looked like. There's no getting around it. It is what it is, folks. But I'm going to show it to you. This is very similar to it. It's a 3.5-inch knife, but it's on a multi-purpose tool. So there you have it.
Bingo.
All right. So you could call
And
it
this
what
is
you want.
very
You
common
could
in Texas. Very common in Texas,
Yes,
by the way, Mel, for men
exactly.
to carry this.
And
It's
listen,
not out of the ordinary at all.
I
3.5.
verify Mel was down here in Texas. I'm in Texas. We can verify Mel was down here. He was up in there every day. So hey, it's legit. This is a real conversation. I got one more thing, y'all. I hate to get off the subject. Man, listen, the Knicks are NBA champions. I'm happy. Jalen Brunson is my guy. I know we going off script. I got to say this. When he left the Mavericks, I was the one guy in America who said that this guy was that good. I've been posting for 4 years straight saying that this guy, my guy, was this good. I had people laugh at me. I had people say that he was crazy, that I was crazy. I happen to know people that know Jalen. I know the coach that he does Bible study with when he was here in Texas. So Jalen's a real one. That dude's a real one. He's different. He's a good person. He's a good dude. And for him to do what he's doing right now, I'm so happy for him. He's a wonderful young man. He worked hard. Big body Brunson, my guy. So I'm happy. Congrats to New York. Congrats to Brunson. And I'll tell everybody, I gotta say this, man. I know it. I grew up with Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson is personally friends with me. Like I grew up with him. When I say I grew up, everybody says I grew up with him. No, I lived across the street from him. I shared a basketball court at night when he was practicing jumpers. When he went to the when he went into the Black Texas Sports Hall of Fame here recently, I sat with him when he went in. Larry's my guy. He's from my neighborhood. Congrats to the Knicks. Congrats to Mel. Congrats to everybody in New York. Congrats to Jalen Brunson. We happy. And my homeboy got to take me out to eat. So I can't wait. So we good.
Thank you very much. I'm a Brooklynite, New Yorker. We're celebrating tonight. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to take us from the serious topic, but we are celebrating. Ula is a New Yorker too. We are celebrating tonight. Sorry, Mel. Getting back to business, serious business. Sorry, Mel.
Happy joy,
No,
joy. Sorry, man. I got to get it,
and I
man.
didn't
Because
have a
listen,
question. I was just going to thank you for all the information that you have informed us with. It was a blessing. You didn't
thank
have to
you.
do it. And Mel, thank you for opening up the panel for discussions for all of us to be engaging in. You're doing great things and have a great evening on purpose, and blessings to the panel.
Can I say one more thing,
Attorney
y'all?
Thank you.
Attorney Calvin,
Yes.
please put your information. Do you mind putting in the chat, please? Attorney Calvin,
Yes.
like your site.
My
Thank
my
you.
my 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 website is theywon'tletmeout.com, like the song They Won't Let Me Out, theywon'tletmeout.com. My phone number is 214-565-5600. My email is attorneycalvindjohnson@gmail.com. I want everybody to know, I hope I don't come off as a butthole, but I try to tell people I have to be this way so that the general public know what they're responsible for. If you go to trial with me, I'm experienced. I'm not going to let you can disagree with me and go the route you want to go. But what I tell you is not going to change. And the reason why it's not going to change, because I'm responsible for telling you, hey, this is what you got to, this is the route we're taking. This is the burden that you kind of place on yourself with your self-defense, with your overuse of a response. You're allowed to use that deadly force, but you're gonna have to explain it because it was lethal deadly force as opposed to non-lethal deadly force. You respond to a push with a knife to the heart. You have to explain that. I'm just letting everybody know what the deal is. I want to make sure I give you good information. And I hope you guys, and I wish you guys the best. And we will continue this discussion on another night. And we'll go from there. And we will continue this discussion because Mel was in there every day. We're not just running our mouths. I'm a Texas attorney. We have other people that were in there every day that do this every day. And once again, we'll be doing this again here soon. We'll do part 2 tomorrow, I think. Right, Mel?
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks,
All
Calvin, for
right.
coming on.
All right.
Calvin,
Take
thank
care.
you. Calvin,
Thank
please
you.
return. Thank you.
I
Much
will.
appreciation.
Y'all take
Much
care.
appreciation, sir.
Have a good
All
night.
right.
All right.
Okay. Good night, panel.
Mel, the connections that you have, uh, Calvin is fantastic. I'm not, you're from New York, so you may not be too familiar with the South, but this is what we need more of. There's a law school that opened in Dallas, and hopefully more people, especially what's going on right now in Collin County, that more Black people will really consider studying proper reading and writing in undergrad and going to law school, because the amount of YouTube attorneys now has been a big problem. So thank you for bringing someone like Calvin, who is experienced, he has the background, and he's asking the correct questions. Like everything he brought up, this is what needed to be addressed. And it really shows that importance of maybe he should have testified.
Right.
Calvin is
So let me
Calvin.
ask you.
Yes,
Let me
yes, sir. I'll go. Yes, Mel.
let me keep moving here for a second because we're gonna close out pretty soon. Mama Flip, what is your thoughts on tonight in regards to what you learned?
I have a lot of closing thoughts, but did you want to invite that new person to say something, or is that Shadow?
Shadow's back.
Oh,
No,
Shadow! Hey, Shadow! I thought it was a new person.
I want to
Okay,
hear.
so
I want to hear from you. So
yes, I thought
please.
this panel was, of course, amazing. This is our second panel on the Carmela Anthony trial. I do agree we should have a third or even a fourth because I need everyone to hear every one of your experiences, what you saw. I need them to for you to read it out because a lot of people are on the internet trying to. I agree with our latest person that joined in. They're trying to change the narrative. I think having somebody that's actually there that was sitting there and writing the notes is very beneficial. I always felt that it was beneficial. I understand exactly what Attorney Calvin is saying as far as if you're going to again, he's not pushing back on the actual stand your ground or self defense. He's saying if you're going to use that, you have to be aware of the proportionality, and you have to be able to explain what happened for you to do that. I totally agree with that. I think a lot of the people really failed Carmelo Anthony. I think they failed him. Even his parents, who I know love him dearly, they should have really researched the attorney that they have. I think they needed to bring a multi-factual group of attorney if they could afford it. I feel that Carmelo should have spoke. I also feel that Eddie, out of everybody else, I think Eddie is Benedict Arnold, and Judas, and I think Eddie, when he grows up, I know he's a kid now, he's gonna grow up, he's gonna regret what he did, because you have to live in your conscience to realize and try to lie and say a person who's been your friend, whether a person was your friend for 5 years or not, you have to really be cold as a child to lie on child. I'm sorry, they're celebrating. All right, but thank you. It was a great panel. Thank you for allowing me to talk. And
Oh, great.
let me end by saying I want Carmelo Anthony to get an appeal. We have to push for that. What is our next action to help the family? If you have funding to help, to get them an appeal. That's what's important right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Shadow, any
Yes,
thoughts
sir.
about tonight? What do you think?
Uh, I believe that we found his counsel if he ever goes to trial again. We know exactly who he needs.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to get him, but we need to see if Calvin will take the case on retrial. I think the good thing about Calvin showing up is it's kind of reaffirmed a few of the things I thought about, but it also clarified some of my misunderstanding. But I believe deeper now that he could have won a self-defense case if he had better counsel that represented him.
Okay, very good. A closing comment, brief comment from our guest here. Ponder. Questions to ponder? Okay, so they left. All right, very good. So thank you guys for coming on tonight. I know it was a long night. It's a very tough case, probably one of the toughest cases that I've covered so far. Definitely much different than Sean Combs and Donald Trump and some of these other cases. Even Luigi Mangione didn't get this much press. I'm also covering Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela. Not as interesting as this case here. I guess the big thing is, I know a lot of people don't want to hear what I have to say about it, but there's two things to keep in mind. You can't take weapons into a school area. Okay, that's very clear. Now, it's very debatable based on Texas, and it gets complicated. So I'll leave that to Shadow and Calvin to figure it out. The other thing is, you can't go around putting your hands on other people's children at school or any place else. And so you need to teach your kids, don't go to school trying to do a linebacker press on somebody, especially somebody smaller than you. We can't address this and grow forward without not being in denial about what happened. We get so many people. I bet you 5,000 people came through tonight just to say, you're out of your mind. Why are you still discussing the case? And they'll go back into their little echo chamber. They have no interest in trying to resolve an issue or anything else. They just want to come in and make trouble. But the bottom line is you have to keep your hands to yourself, because the more you do that, the more you preserve your life, right? And you can live a longer time by keeping your hands to yourself. Don't go karate kicking folks. Don't go doing a linebacker press or anything else, all right? And that's my message for tonight. I hope we can somehow find a way beyond this, but I know it's difficult because even though it may not have been a racial issue at the time, the world, the United States, or just silly people have made it a race issue. And it's not going to go away because either side wants more smoke, and that begets more smoke, and somebody's going to get hurt if this keeps going on and on. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to let you guys give your last statement, and I'm going to close out. Mama Flips, and then Shadow's going to close out for us tonight. All right? Your final statement.
Sometimes I think that you dig and you keep throwing shots at me on I don't know if you do throwing shots at me knowingly or unknowingly. What do you mean is silly with the race? I'm the one that's pushing the race card right now as your panelist, sir.
Oh, you are. I didn't know that.
Oh, sir. Oh, yeah. People are being silly talking about race.
I didn't even think. I didn't. I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about the people in the parking lot that's ready to go to war,
Oh, okay.
spitting in each other's faces. I haven't seen you do that.
No, I'm not. My whole thing as far, but no, I have to say that because some people be like, "Oh, look at that, he's doing that." No, my whole thing is that I believe I've been saying it, and I'm going to say it again, that I believe that it would if it was reverse, and I still say that. Whether people think that I'm making it a race thing or not, I honestly, seriously believe that it was reverse, that we wouldn't be here today because I think that the area, which is Republican GOP, apparently a Trump supporting area, would have been more empathetic to Austin if Austin was attacked by two big black guys running towards him to pick him up in a football and throw him out of the tent. It would have been a much easier thing for that community to understand and happen because black folks are considered wilding and animal and disrespectful and laying
You're
hands
you're
like that.
starting to sound like Jeff Metcalf. You're saying y'all people, that group of people.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. And I'm going to say that. I said I think that it would have been a different scenario if Austin was the one that was hurt. I mean, if Austin was the one that actually defended himself against two black males than the other way around. That's how I feel about it. I think that, and I think that's what a lot of black people are feeling. Now, even if we didn't feel that way, even if we felt that it was going to be in either case, that if it was Austin versus if Austin plays with Mello, vice versa, even if we say, okay, it's just two children, right? We're not going to use a race in it. The trial was just ridiculous. You can't tell me, we've been to several trials, you and I. You can't tell me you could have that trial that rapid, right? You could get rid of three black jurors without even explaining really, besides their educator. Then after that, after you do all of that, turn around. You forgot, you didn't mention another possibility, which is a manslaughter. You waited until the very end to even bring that up. And then 24 hours after, not even 24 hours, I think, was it 24 hours or is it the same day that you pleaded the kid guilty? You sentenced him the same day? It's
Maybe 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours. It's just the whole thing. The reason why people are feeling the way they are, particularly black folks, are feeling the way we are, that he's enemies to Tibbs. He's Trayvon Martin, and they're doing, and he's Brown, the young man Brown that was unalive in the park. The reason why we feel that he's being unfairly treated is because the optic of it and the way it was treated is viewed as him being railroaded. That's how I feel about it. With that said, I will say it over and over again for people to understand. I am not trying to relitigate the trial. It's over and it's done with. I would like an appeal to happen in a fair location. If we could change the jurisdiction, let it be Dallas, where I think it could be a more fair environment. And if he has the same result, then at least we will know it was a fair trial, because I really don't feel that this trial was fair. Thank you, Mel, for having me on. Thank you for being at the hearing and everything like that. Appreciate you, and thank you for always bringing me on as your co-host.
Yes, new construction says how many witnesses did the defense have? It was six witnesses. Okay. All right, so we're gonna have Shadow close out for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back on tomorrow with a good message for the young folk. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have Shadow hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you. Shadow closes out.
I thank everybody for coming in and listening to us. As we said, love is easy to do. Keep your hands off people. Sometimes we make mistakes, but we can always recover from them. Let's get him back home. Let him do his time, but 35 years isn't it. We'll get this worked out, everybody. Leave race out of it. Keep self-defense up. Y'all have a great night.
Different voices, but the same song. Living a world where we all belong. Kindness illuminating the night. United we stand in love's pure might.